Welcome back, Georgina. When someone needs a mobility device to maneuver their world on a daily basis, accessibility is a huge concern. So to talk about accessibility and a little bit more about this topic, we are so pleased to have Cindy Clark, the chair of the Georgina Accessibility Advisory Committee, on our show today. Cindy, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
Hey, Cindy. So one of the things, when we walk around the world with what is referred to as able-bodied privilege, we don't often think about how differently abled people have to navigate. But we actually have a committee here in Georgina that does exactly that. Can you share a bit about that?
Well, sure. I've been a member of the committee since 2015, just after I took early retirement and had moved to Georgina. And the Accessibility Committee was created as part of the Assistance for Ontarians with Disability Act, which was established in 2005. And each municipality was mandated to create an accessibility committee. So it's been here a lot longer than I have. And that committee is made up of 2 council members, as well as 7 citizens, up to 7 citizens that volunteer their time to help to advise the town on a lot of different platforms to remove obstacles for people who have disabilities. Mm-hmm.
That's incredible. I mean, and in Georgina, we have a unique landscape too, because we're surrounded by this beautiful thing called Lake Simcoe. And I know that when we were preparing to speak with you, you had sent some pictures. There's one in particular of accessibility to our shoreline. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, I believe that was in 2017 with the help of the Accessibility Committee. The town of Georgina committed to building an accessible beachfront, which is something that is remarkable for anyone that has to use wheels to move around in this world. And it consisted of a ramp and something called a Moby mat that was installed. And it allows a wheelchair to roll down to the lakefront, actually to the water, without being in the sand. So it's quite a wonderful thing, and it's right near the Danny Wheeler Memorial plaque at De La Salle.
That's wonderful. Honestly, like just hearing the steps that are being taken to make our community even more inclusive and more accessible is just amazing. So coming up, I guess, pretty soon is National Accessibility Week. So
Yes.
What is that?
National Accessibility Week is a week that is designed to recognize the accomplishments and contributions of people and organizations to remove obstacles and to make the world a much fairer place to use. And it's across Canada, and it involves from May 30th to June 5th, all kinds of activities which will be virtually online and can be found at AccessAbility Canada website. And the town is going to be displaying information on the electronic signs, as well as have some online activities. One of the activities during Accessibility Week is to have a Red Shirt Day. Red Shirt Day is an Easter Seals initiative, and it is really to allow people to post pictures and videos of solidarity and the things that matter to make the world a much more usable and accessible space.
I think that's wonderful. And I think that especially now, we really need to focus on making the world a more accessible and a more inclusive place. And I see that your committee does so many good things. How does somebody sort of get involved in this particular committee if they wish?
Well, I'm very happy to tell you that by reading the local paper, I saw an ad for committee work, and the town always advertises for residents to volunteer on committee, and it's all volunteer work. And because of my long professional career in alternative technologies for disabilities, I thought this is perfect. And so I went ahead and applied. You put in an application through a form that you'll find on the town website, and then it goes to a committee to assess. and you're interviewed. And if you're lucky, you get appointed to be able to sit on this committee.
That's wonderful. You know, again, it's community members helping community members and sharing, you know, a skill set, sharing a passion. And we're so appreciative for everything that you guys are doing, because we want our community to be a place for everybody that can access all of the spaces, right? All of the places. And for sure, the beach is a huge part of our culture. It's why a lot of us live up here. So this is, you know, I saw last year it was happening. I thought it was absolutely wonderful. And everybody, I think, took notice for sure.
It's a wonderful thing when this committee, and we have, as I said, 7 residents now, including myself, we work hard to receive presentations from the public that see problems. We get letters and emails, and we try to work with the town to say, well, we advise. We're advisory only, and the town is very receptive. They have a real vision for accessibility in Georgina, and that I'm very proud of.
I love that. Cindy, how can people find out more information?
Well, there is the town website. If you go in and you Google the Georgina Accessibility Advisory Committee, GAAC, you will be directed to the town website, and on there it has a lot of information. It's going to be updated soon. We're going to have a mascot created for accessibility for the town, and we're going to see more.
I hate to cut you off, but we're out of time. Thank you so much for all that information and everything you do. And Georgina, don't go away. Lots more coming up on Georgina Life.
Thank you.